Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's me, typhsy. It's been a long time since I've uploaded a new video on my YouTube channel, so thank you so much for your patience. So for today's video, I will be sharing with you guys different tips of typhsy on how to watch a movie safely in a cinema during a pandemic situation. So yeah guys, I know it's a little risky and this is not an essential reason for you to go out of your house, but if you just are deciding to watch, you are deciding to watch, ang pangit ng grammar ko dun, you are deciding to watch your favorite movie right now in the cinema, I think this video is gonna be for you. But first, disclaimer, I would just like to apologize because yesterday, January 15, I went out of our house to watch a movie because I can't wait for too long already. If you're wondering what anime or what movie, it's Sailor Moon Eternal Part 1. So I have been longing for this movie for years now, since I've heard of it probably 2 or 3 years ago. It was supposed to be released last year of September, but because of the pandemic, it was moved to this year, 2021, January. So this month, I think it was released last week, January 8th, and the part 2 will be released next month, February 11th. So before it was released this year, I have been contemplating on how I would be able to watch this movie because I really wanted to watch it. I'm a big fan of Sailor Moon, so I know waiting for a few months is just a short time compared to waiting for it for a year or two. But you know it's available right now in the cinema. You have a chance to watch it. Makes it more tempting. But of course, I'm not gonna be recommending this to you guys. But only if you wanted to watch a movie right now and you wanted to know how to do it safely based on my tips, then probably this video is for you. Again, guys, I am not recommending you to go out to watch a movie. If you just have to watch a movie, these are probably the things that you need to think about or to decide on before actually going there. If you want to know the interesting titles that are currently showing in cinemas here in Japan, we have the very famous Kimetsu no Yaiba movie or Demon Slayer movie that is still showing even after 3 months of release. So it's still going strong and a lot of people are recommending this movie. So if you're a fan of this anime series, you have to watch it. I haven't watched it yet because I'm not a big fan. I would probably wait for it to be released online. We also have the international movie Wonder Woman 1984. So I'm also a big fan of Wonder Woman, but I don't think it is a movie that I would watch in the big screen, especially during this situation. So I will also wait for this to be released in probably Netflix or Amazon Prime. We have a new movie about Doraemon, a long-running anime series. I watched the trailer. It's really fun and interesting. So if you're a fan of that, you can also watch that. But I'm not recommending you to watch that in the cinema, of course. Then we have the final movie of Gintama. So I also wanted to watch this, but I'm still at the first seasons of the anime series, so I think I can wait for this movie to be released on DVDs or on online platforms as well. So I don't feel the need to watch it in the cinema. Then we also have the live action version of The Promised Neverland. The anime series is so good, so I think the live action movie is also good. I don't know, I haven't watched the trailer yet, but it's also showing here in Japan. And of course, the movie that I've been talking about, the part 1 of Sailor Moon Eternal. I've been looking forward to this movie for the longest time, and I've watched it yesterday. And all I have to say is really, really good, especially if you're a big fan of this anime series. So let's start. So my very first tip, guys, is to avoid the release date or the release week of the movie, because we all know this is the date where most people will plan to watch the movie. So you're not the only person who wants to watch this particular movie. There are various other people from all over the country, all over the world, who have been waiting for this movie to be released, and they are probably, or there is a high chance for them to watch it on the first dates of the release. And you have to avoid that, especially now that we are in a pandemic, now that we have a new strain of virus. We have to avoid larger crowds as much as possible. So the best thing, for you to avoid that is to not watch it on its premiere. So I think there is no big difference between watching it on the premiere date and on the succeeding dates. It's the same feeling, but you will have more fun watching it in the succeeding dates, especially if there will be fewer people with you in the cinema. So in Japan, actually, during the first weeks of release, they're putting up different promos and freebies attached to the movie, which tempts a lot of people to watch it on those dates. But for me, it's not worth risking for, especially if these items will just be resold by these moviegoers after watching the movies. For example, with Sailor Moon, they were selling this Sailor Moon cups during the first week of the movie. Of course, I was not able to buy that because I watched it 1 week after the release date, and I just don't think it's worth risking my life for. So without the cups, I was still able to have fun watching this movie, and it will still be great nevertheless without these freebies. Okay? For our next step, please avoid the cinemas that are located on the busiest or most popular city or area around you. So in my case, I live in Aichi Prefecture, so the busiest and most popular city in our area or prefecture is Nagoya City, and I deliberately avoided watching a movie there, especially during this current situation. I used to watch movies there with my friends, but since I just wanted to watch this movie right now on my own, I don't think I have to go there. So I was also wondering or thinking whether other people will think the same way as I think. So I also avoided the cities that are directly connected or linked to this city, because this is gonna be the second most convenient cinema locations. And if people are gonna also avoid the larger crowd of people in Nagoya City, then there will be a larger chance for them to flock the cinemas near the city, and that is those areas near Nagoya City, and I also avoided that. So the best thing to do is to watch the movie on your local cinema, because there will be lesser people. Some local cinemas are not that famous, so very few people or moviegoers will go there just to watch a movie. Plus, the number of people watching the movie in the following weeks will greatly decrease, so there will be a greater chance for you to watch it on your own if you watch it on a local cinema. Okay? Next tip, so do not reserve it online. So I don't know if this is a best or a good tip, but I only check the number of guests online and I buy my ticket on the cinema theater directly. Why do I do this? Because there are also people who will directly buy the ticket on the day of the movie or on the day that they want to watch it. So sometimes they don't also reserve it online, and you will be forced to watch it with them. And we don't want to be with other people inside the cinema. So do not reserve it prior to watching it. Just go directly to the cinema, check the place, confirm the number of people, because you can do it on the reservation machine. And if you see that there is a significant number of people inside the cinema, do not watch it. But if there will be no people there will be no additional guests, then buy your ticket and you can watch your favorite movie. So that is really very convenient, especially now that different cinemas around the world have this reservation websites, because you can confirm or you can check if it will be crowded that day. And since it's a week after the release date, the number of moviegoers or the number of people who plan to watch the movies greatly decrease until to the point where some cinemas will not have a guest at all. So that is your best chance to watch a movie safely. Fourth tip, watch the movie alone. Actually, yesterday was the first time I watched a movie alone in my entire life, and it was life-changing. I don't know, guys, because if you go out with other people, I usually watch movie with friends and on dates, but these are the times when you have a higher tendency to remove your mask, to speak out, speak with other people, or after the movie, before the movie, you will have plans to eat together, and of course you will remove your mask again. So again, additional risk, again, additional chances of getting the virus. So as much as possible, if you are a strong-willed person, you have confidence to watch it alone, because I don't know, it is just during this situation that you can watch movies alone, and it's definitely understandable. Nobody will judge you guys. You just don't want to get the virus from other people. The fifth tip is do not use the public transportation. This is the reason why I ask you, or I recommend you to watch it on a local cinema, because I assume that local cinemas will be a little nearer to your current residence without the need for you to use public transportation. Or if it's really located in a significant distance, you can use a bicycle or probably walk. These are good forms of exercise, and it's good for your health as well. Plus, there will be little chances for you to meet up with people, or to be, forced into a large crowd, especially inside trains or buses, where you cannot predict the number of people that will be there with you during your whole ride. Tip, of course, always wear your mask when going out of your house. Bring different other essential equipments or materials, for example, alcohol, tissues. If you have a face shield, wear them. And Lysol. Sometimes I bring Lysol because I just spray it on the air, because I think viruses like coronavirus are airborne, so I don't really want to, risk my life on it. So sometimes I bring Lysol and some other sprays to refresh the areas around me. So for my seventh tip, if possible, avoid eating in the cinema. Again, the cinema is a public space. It's gonna be an area where people already went to even before you went there, even before you go there. So I'm not really quite sure about the safety of the air. So as much as possible, I don't buy popcorns. Yesterday, that was the case. I did not buy popcorn or any drink. I just watched the movie quietly, waited for it to end until I finally have a chance to go home and eat. And for the last tip, after the movie, guys, go home immediately. There is no reason for you to stay in the cinema after the movie. So after going home, just clean yourself, clean the places that you went through after going out, and finally start your 2 weeks of quarantine. So I am currently on my 2 weeks of quarantine, so I don't plan to go out again. I don't plan to interact with other people, and I wish to also put the people around me to safety by not interacting with them for a longer period. So I'm just gonna stay in my room for 2 weeks. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope I helped you with your decision to watch a movie. And if you can follow the tips that I shared with you, that's good. But if you don't want, you can just wait for the movie to be released on DVDs or in any online platforms, and of course that will be much more safer than going to the cinema. So thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope to see you again in my next videos. I don't know if I'm gonna upload another video in the future because I'm really doing a lot of stuff right now. But if you're a fan of Sailor Moon, please watch it. I would probably make a review of that after this video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye! I really do hope that you will subscribe, like, and share this video to your friends. Thank you and have a great day.